The Myers-Briggs Type Indicator, MBTI, not only gives us insights into our basic personality types, but it also gives us insights into our emotional intelligence, our relationship within our personality. So be sure to watch the videos on interpersonal and intrapersonal factors as related to emotional intelligence. This is going to aid you in developing aspects within this intelligence. Now, this series of videos is going to focus on developmental challenges and some medius tasks to employ in order to improve your emotional intelligence and to be more in tune to those around you as well as to yourself. The INFP is a wonderful personality who has some great tendencies and some wonderful areas of excellence. They're very passionate about causes, values, and ideals, and they're able to really generate a ton of possibilities in order to get to an end result. They're great at motivating others, and also they are masterful at really facilitating and aiding in any kind of change for people, for family, for organizations, even for companies. Now, within this interpersonal area of a emotional intelligence, know that they're very busily looking at and evaluating all of the merits and the worths of every situation, every experience, every relation, every problem, everything. And what are they evaluating it against? But their own ideals and values, or maybe it's the ideals and values of a company. So ideals and values are the foundation of an INFP. Now, an INFP really needs to look at the logical side, though. So when you're looking at problems, make sure that you also look at those logical frameworks. Look for data. You're very good at the innovation and coming up with some imaginative, wonderful results, but also remember to verify data and look for information. And constantly look at what the gap is between what is realistic, what is the mission, and what is also that end result. On that interpersonal side, remember that you really need to be open to those new ideas. Now, this is something that you're already pretty good at. You're adaptable and you engage in great possibilities for every situation. You're a wonderful problem solver as an INFP. So here's some things you might want to really look at and see how you can create more critical and analytical dialogue with other people, especially looking at strategies and precise tactics. You want to seek out and find out what you can do better. So getting feedback, especially about your performance. And then also try enhancing your social skills. One thing that you can do as an introverted feeling person is look into the eyes of people. Really use some more eye-to-eye contact so that people realize that you really do care. To improve your emotional intelligence as an INFP, there's some things that you want to keep doing. These are things that you already do very well. You are great at honoring all the ideals and the values of a situation. You're going to take those values, the mission statement, the goals, and that's the bottom. That's the foundation of who you are. So keep doing that. Also, you want to keep looking at those imaginative and innovative perspectives. Keep doing that too. You do wonderful at that. Now, some things that you can do. Start doing immediately. Start being more decisive. So one of the things that you tend to do as an INFP is that you're going to constantly keep imagining and thinking of great new results and new ideas. So what you want to do is set a time frame and just decide, I'm going to be more decisive. Because you can continually pull in more information, there's no end to it. There's always something else you can learn. So you're going to have to really set a deadline and force yourself to be more decisive. Also, look at the reality of the situation. What is realistic? What is concrete? What is absolutely going to happen? So as an N, which is your intuitive preference, and a perceiving preference, your P, you tend to really be the pie in the sky kind of guy. You're really excited about the extreme and what's possible, which is great, but you also want to remember that there's a concrete, realistic piece. Now, here's things that you need to stop doing right away. This goes along with that innovation part for you, that you're really good at creating possibilities and looking at ways to actualize values in the mission statement, but you want it to be perfect. well, perfect isn't going to really occur. So you want to quit waiting for perfection. Again, this goes back to being more decisive as well. You want to set a deadline. Make sure that you're not always just looking for something ideal, but that you're actually participating in and that you are able to contribute to a team because you are not waiting for perfection. And also, avoiding conflict. This is something an INFP is going to do. They're going to walk away from any conflict situation because they believe that if they ignore it, it'll just go away. Well, guess what? It's not going to just go away. So some things you can do is really look into and understand conflict management. What can you do to increase and to be able to expound your ideas, to be able to deepen your relationships? And that's going to aid you in avoiding those conflict situations.